What's going on, everyone? Your fellow Agent Put here, and today I wanted to go over my build. So my main solo build that I use for most missions. So here it is. So first of all, I'm using Survivalist, and the reason I'm using that is mainly for the 15% extra assault rifle damage. We also get 10% bonus damage for the targets and status effects as well, which is really nice. And also for the reason why we use Survivalist is for the healing, so we get a 15% outgoing healing as well, and then the 15% increased protection from release. Um, and that's mainly why we're using Survivalist. Now onto the build. Now I managed to get my assault rifle, my custom P416 G3 up to 20.3k damage, and we could actually get it even higher than that, and I'll explain why in a second. So we're using the custom P416, like I said, and the talents in here is Ranger. I absolutely love Ranger. And not, you know, you could. A lot of people go for Optimist, but I prefer to have more offensive attributes. And again, I'll explain why in a second. And then I always like to go for 20% extra magazine capacity because we can get the standard magazine to 48. Now, if we can unlock the bigger assault rifle mag at some point and get up to 58 or 60, then maybe you wouldn't need this. But for PvE especially, you want sustained DPS, so I've gone for that. Also rooted, and this is really good as well, especially combined with the chem launcher. While equipped, all skill damage and healing is increased by 25% for 10 seconds, buffers loss of the X in cover. So when you're in cover, and whilst I'm using patience, that extra healing, which I get from this, combined with this, is actually really nice. Like, you'll see, I don't really often use armor kits either, so there's that. And then for the secondary, we're using the chatterbox mainly for the holster talent. The rest of the exotic is awful, really. So whilst also reloading your weapon within 5 seconds after a kill, grants 20% rate of fire for 10 seconds. So as you saw on the last video, every time I got a kill, I reloaded, and I got the rate of fire perk, and it's actually really nice, and I'm bursting down them PCs really quickly. Planning my secondary, I'm not really bothered about the talent on this. I'm mainly using it once again for the host talent. And then whilst equipped protected reload, this weapon grants 10% bonus armor whilst reloading. So that's really nice. So we'll go through the pieces of gear that we're using next. So the mask and the backpack are definitely could be improved. I mean, I'm obviously not using spotter. But previously I was using, let's see here, I was using this one right here. So this actually gave me more damage to elites, but I preferred the more armor. So I'm still trying to farm for um, a better mask. And so if I could get the active talent here, the common talent, which is damage to elites, then that could definitely be improved with masters. That's definitely a work in progress. Onto the backpack, and once again this could be improved as well. We're using the 5.1 backpack. Now, what type of backpack you use? Obviously, you could use 5.11, but then there's different varieties. So, like the All Hazards Prime backpack, is one of the ones that you can use because it comes with a defensive system mod slot. Now, and there's other ones like let's see here. I think I might have it in my stash actually. See, like the other 5.1 backpacks, for example, they come with like two normal talents sometimes, Sorry, it's the type of mod slot that they have. So for this, you have to have that All Hazards Prime backpack because then it becomes with a defensive system mod slot. So, and this could definitely be a better role as well with the defensive attributes. I mean, I could use definitely like one defensive and then one offensive on this next. But we're using efficient, and I actually really like efficient because when I'm using an armor kit, well, I get more armor kits because there's a 50% chance of not using one. Then I've got damage to elites. I mean, another defensive system mod slot. Um, Onto the vest, and I'm using Fenris, two-piece Fenris. Um, I get now this one. If it had maybe another defensive attribute, probably would be better. I'm not really bothered about the skill power, and I'm using Berserk, and damage to elites. Now, the roll on my weapon damage is really, really high, and that's why my weapon damage is so high. Um, but it definitely could be improved. But as I say, it's really good. It's really nice. Uh, and then on to the gloves. Now, there's two types of gloves that you can use. Now, I've realised that either around the holdings or outside only come with one attribute. Now, I'm using clutch. Now, I don't want to use clutch. I want to use devastating. But the only reason I've put clutch on here, although I think it might be a mistake because now I can't reroll 11% assault rifle damage. I would prefer devastating on here so I could get an extra weapon damage on there. Um, you know, so definitely that could be improved on that. And then we've got an extra 1.5% weapon damage offensive protocol mod slot. Onto the holster, and this is a really nice holster. We've got probably God roll on this, I would say. Maybe the crit chance could be higher, but I haven't seen anything yet. And obviously, we're using the offensive protocols. Obviously, if we could farm for better mods, obviously we're not using an SMG. I mean, we are, but we're using it for the also talent. So that definitely could be better. So yeah, the holster's really, really nice. So anyway, so the knee pads, once again, really nice. Probably an ideal world, probably would like bonus armor on here. I think I do have one that's do a bonus armor. Um, and if you could reroll, like that onto bonus armor, then that would actually be really better. And the biggest talent for this build by any stretch of imagination is patience. It's absolutely fantastic for PvE. And after being in cover for 3 seconds, armor repairs by 5% for every second. So yeah, it's a really, really nice talent. Now, for the skills, I'm using Chem Launcher Reinforcer. I've just attached skill, but I'm not actually using any. There's not actually, I can't use any with my skill power anyway. I'm not bothered about the skill power, like I said. And I'm also using a Reviver Hive. And so that's obviously fantastic for solo play and in groups, really. So ways to improve the build? Well, if we could get maybe a Richter and Kaiser on the knee pads, but particularly the one that's called Javarian Firing. That one comes in an offensive system slot. And the reason why you go for an offensive system slot is I'm trying to see. I don't have anything on this build because I'd say there's room for improvement. But let's see. So it's this vest right here, I believe. Yeah, it's this one. So if you could get like two defensive attributes on this one with like really high weapon damage and then damage to elite. So you're basically looking for something very specific, right? But that type of vest you could actually use this mod slot. So that gives that'll give an extra 4.5% weapon damage for my vest, and that would be the same for the knee pads. If I got a good enough roll. The other one is the holster. and that one is called the D. Try and find it now. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Was it in my? What was it called? Oh, so yes, it is one. So there's a Javarian firing for the knee pads. So that one comes with an offensive system mod slot. So maybe if you had if you had patience, if you had if it came with a good enough roll and you had devastating on this, then you could actually improve it even more. So that was it for the holster. That was the one I'm looking for, and I can't. I don't think I've got a Victor and Kaiser piece on here to show you about that. But anyway, if you look it up anywhere on Reddit, you can actually see what I'm talking about. But I need that piece. Anyway, so let's just show you the damage really quickly. We'll just put on veterans because obviously they're technically the most tanky. You can't actually build for them. So we take down these like quickly, really. 370,000 DPS. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Not terrible at all. And then we'll go to Elite. And then as I said, this build definitely could be improved upon, but damage on this is I don't know why I didn't reload it before I actually killed him, but anyway. Anyway, that's the build, folks. So I'll be really. I don't generally release many videos on YouTube. It's mainly just to report bugs on here anyway. But like I said, I promise you guys I will go through the build videos. So here it is. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.